Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on Amazon Event Bridge. So what is Amazon Event Bridge? 1. Serverless Event Bus Service. Amazon Event Bridge is a serverless event bus service that makes it easy to connect applications using data from various sources, allowing you to build event-driven architectures. Connects applications using data from sources. Event Bridge enables you to route real-time data from sources like AWS services, SaaS applications and your own custom applications to targets such as AWS Lambda, AWS Step Functions and many other AWS services. 3. It supports 100 plus AWS and SaaS event sources. With Event Bridge, you can leverage over 100 plus AWS services and SaaS event sources, making it simple to integrate and process events from a wide range of sources. 4th, enables building event-driven architectures. By providing a central platform for event management, Event Bridge allows you to build loosely coupled, event-driven architectures that react to changes in real time. 5th, filters and routes events to target services. Event Bridge lets you create rules to filter and route events to various target services based on event patterns, enabling you to process and act on specific events of interest. 6th, scales automatically without provisioning. As a fully managed service, Event Bridge scales automatically to handle high volume event workloads without the need for manual provisioning or management. Pay only for events processed. With Event Bridge, you only pay for the events processed and the compute time used by your target services, providing a cost-effective solution for event-driven architectures. So this is the high-level overview. So as I mentioned, it's a serverless event bus service, and you can connect your applications together with data from your own applications and integrated software as a SaaS applications and other services. So here in left we have the custom app, SaaS, microservices, event sources. All these are event sources. So they are event source, and those event sources gets connected to the default event bus, custom event bus or partner event bus, and you can archive the events or replay the event, and you can also publish the schema to schema registry. And you have rules to filter and send events to the targets, and there are 100 plus targets available. Some of them are Lambda, AWS Lambda, simple notification service, API destination, so you can send to any APIs or any other targets, route events to a variety of targets for processing. And all these enables like easy integration, ability to filter, transform, and building event-driven architectures. Okay, Event Bridge, the evolution of Amazon CloudWatch events. So from CloudWatch events to Event Bridge represent a significant leap from its predecessor. So earlier it was this technology was called as Amazon CloudWatch events. So within Amazon CloudWatch events, there was something called events feature, and through which we used to do all these use cases. But now this is now put into its own service, and it's known as Event Bridge. And Amazon CloudWatch events, the predecessors were not, the earlier it was known as CloudWatch events, and now they have added some more features which provide more flexible and powerful event bus services like SaaS applications and all custom apps, so you can do all those extra functionality as well. Enhanced event handling capabilities. So with its advanced features, Event Bridge enables more sophisticated event processing, which allows for complex application architectures. Third, broader service integrations. Event Bridge offers extended integration capabilities with AWS services, SaaS applications, and custom applications, facilitating easier connectivity across diverse environments. Fourth, advanced event filtering options. So it provides improved event filtering mechanisms, enabling precise targeting and processing of event flows based on specific criteria. Fifth, safer, more secure event management. Event Bridge enhances security and compliance for event management, ensuring reliable and secure communication between services. Okay, now we'll see Amazon Event Bridge Event Bus. So what is Event Bus? So one, it's a central hub for receiving and routing events. The Amazon Event Bridge Event Bus service is a central hub for receiving events from various sources and routing them to target services based on the predefined rules. event bus for each AWS account and region. So by default, EventBridge provides a default event bus for each AWS account and region, making it easy to get started with event-driven architecture. So if you have an AWS account, it will be available by default in every region. So you don't have to create anything. You can just start using it on the go. Like starting from scratch, you can just start leveraging it. And third, custom event buses for specific applications. So in addition to the default event bus, you can create custom event buses for specific applications or use cases, allowing you to isolate events and maintain separate event streams. Fourth, connects event sources and target services. The event bus acts as a connector between event sources such as AWS services, SaaS applications or custom applications, and target services like AWS Lambda, SNS or SQS. Fifth, enables decoupled event-driven architecture. So by using the event bus, you can build decoupled event-driven architectures where event producers and consumers are independent of each other, promoting flexibility and scalability. Sixth, supports AWS and partner event sources. EventBridge Event Bus supports a wide range of AWS services and partner event sources out of the box. Seventh, configurable permissions for event buses. So you can configure permissions and access control for event buses using AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM, ensuring secure and granular control over who can publish and subscribe to events. How Amazon EventBridge event buses work. So first, receive events from various sources. So event bus acts as a central hub which gets events from sources. Then second, you apply rules to filter and route events. So you can create rules that match incoming events based on their content and structure, allowing you to filter and route events to specific targets. Send matched events to specific targets. When an event matches a rule, the event bus sends it to the specified targets such as Lambda, SNS topics, SQS or other AWS services. Enable event-driven communications. Event buses facilitate event-driven communication. So these sources and targets are decoupled components, and you can react in near real time without direct dependency. Without direct dependency. Fifth, so decouple event producers and consumers. So this allows for greater flexibility, scalability, and maintainability of your application architecture. Sixth, scale automatically to handle event load. So EventBridge event buses automatically scale. So because it's serverless, it automatically scale to handle high volumes of events without the need for manual provisioning or management. And you control access with IAM permissions. So AWS IAM is used to control access to event buses, ensuring that only authorized producers can send events. So event producers or the publishers, you can authorize who can send events to an event bus, and authorized consumers only can receive them. So Amazon EventBridge events. So events as change in state or updates. So in EventBridge, an event represent a change in state or an update, such as a change in AWS resource, a new file uploaded to Amazon S3, a commit pushed to GitHub repository. Second, it's a JSON formatted data structures, and this provides a standardized way to exchange information between event producers and consumers. It contains event source, detail type, and detail. So each event contains information about the source of the event, which is event source, the type of event, detail type, and all the specific details of the event. It can be produced by AWS services, SaaS, and custom apps, and this can be like EC2, S3, or SaaS application like Zendesk or Datadog, or any custom application. And because they can use the EventBridge API, so you can also write a custom application using the EventBridge API, and you can send to EventBridge service. Fifth, delivered to EventBridge event bus. So when an event is generated, it is delivered to EventBridge event bus, which is the central hub, and matched against the rules. So EventBridge uses rules to match incoming events, as I talked about, based on their content, and route them to the targets. Seventh, enable building. So again, event-driven architectures. Okay, Amazon Event Bridge event patterns. So let's see what are event patterns. So you define rules to match events. Event patterns allows you to define rules that match incoming events based on their content, enabling selective event processing and routing. So patterns are also JSON based format for filtering. So event patterns use JSON based format to specify the criteria for matching events, making it easy to define complex filtering logic. Match on event fields and values. You can match events based on specific fields and their values, such as the event source, detail type, or any custom fields within the event detail. Because we are comparing JSON against JSON, right? So event patterns, and you have a data which is also coming as event, so you can create those patterns in JSON, and if that JSON for example matches with the event source JSON, that this rule will come into the picture and the rule will apply. Use operators like exist and prefix. So event pattern supports various operators such as exist to check for the presence of a field and prefix to match event based on a prefix of a field value. Combine multiple conditions with logical and or. So you can combine multiple conditions using logical and or operators to create more sophisticated event matching rules. Sixth, route matched event to targets. Once an event matches an event pattern, it can be routed to one or more targets such as Lambda, SNS, SQS, and so you can implement fine-grained event processing by enabling the fine-grained. So this in whole enables fine-grained event processing, which ensures that only relevant events are acted upon and enable efficient and targeted event-driven workflows. Okay, Amazon Event Bridge rules. So we'll see the rules some more in a bit in more detail. Okay, there are two types: event pattern matching and scheduled. Okay, there are two types, and those based on matching event data, which are event patterns, and those that operate on a schedule. Match events based on specific data criteria. So rules can be created to match incoming events based on the specific data criteria defined in the event pattern, allowing for selective routing of events to relevant targets. Third, set rules to trigger actions at specified intervals. Apart from event-based rules, you can also set rules to trigger actions at specified intervals using a schedule, enabling routine tasks to be automated efficiently. Fourth, route matched events to multiple targets. Once an event matches a rule, it can be routed to multiple targets like Lambda, SNS, SQS, or any supported AWS service. Fifth, parallel processing for optimized response time. A single rule can send an event to multiple targets, allowing these targets to process the event in parallel, optimizing response time and resource utilization. Sixth, customizable rules with precise filtering conditions. Rules offer flexibility in specifying exactly what to match in events and can include conditions for precise filtering, ensuring that only relevant events trigger the rule. Seventh, automate routine tasks efficiently. So scheduled rules enable you to automate routine tasks efficiently by triggering actions at specified intervals, eliminating the need for manual intervention. Okay, now we'll see some all the targets. So we talked about source. There is a event which goes to event bus, and their rules are applied, and then based on the rules it goes to certain targets. So we'll see some of the targets. So first is API destination, second API gateway, third AWS App Sync. So API destination is target for any HTTP endpoints to route events outside AWS. API gateway is AWS service, so it enables triggering of custom APIs hosted in API gateway. Third is App Sync, which allows events to trigger in real-time data sync with App Sync. Fourth, batch job queue, schedule AWS batch jobs in response to events. Fifth, CloudWatch log group, log events for monitoring and troubleshooting. Sixth, code build project, trigger builds in response to events. Code pipeline, start or advanced pipeline based on event triggers. 8th, EBS create snapshot API call, automate snapshot creation for EBS volumes. 9th, EC2 related API calls, manage EC2 instances, stop, start, terminate via events. 10th, ECS task, launch ECS task in response to events. 11th, event bus in different account /region, route events across AWS accounts and regions. 12th, Firehose delivery stream, send events to Firehose for loading data into stores. 13th, Glue workflow, trigger data processing workflows. 14th, incident manager response plan, incident initiate response plans for operational issue. 15th, inspector assessment template, trigger assessment based on events. So inspector is the AWS service. 16th, Kinesis stream data for real-time analysis. So again, it's a AWS service. 17th, Lambda function async, execute Lambda functions asynchronously. 18th, Amazon Redshift data API queries, run Redshift queries in response to events. 19th, SageMaker pipeline, trigger machine learning model training and deployment pipelines. 20th, Amazon SNS topic, non-FIFO, first in first out, non-FIFO, publish message to SNS topics for notifications. 21st, Amazon SQS queue, NQ messages for processing. Then 22nd, step function state machine, asynchronous, async, start state machine executions. Okay, next we'll see what are Amazon Event Bridge pipes. First, real-time event processing. Amazon Event Bridge pipes enables real-time processing of events from various sources, ensuring timely data flow and responsiveness. So 100 plus AWS services and SaaS integration. Third, filter events based on rules. So when it comes to Event Bridge, there's something called pipes concept. So it's similar to, like, it's basically the internal architecture that we are studying now. So filter based events based on rules. So users can define custom rules to filter and route events based on specific criteria. And no code event composition. Event Bridge pipes provide a no code interface for composing and transformed events, enabling users to create event driven workflows without writing complex code. Fifth, secure data transfer. The service ensures secure transfer of event data between sources and targets. Maintain data confidentiality and integrity without the process. And it's pay per use pricing model. With Event Bridge pipes, users only pay for the events processed, making it cost effective. Seventh, scales automatically. The service automatically scales to handle varying event volumes, thus ensuring reliable performance even during peak traffic periods. Okay, so Event Bridge pipes concepts. So there are some key concepts of pipes. First is pipe, which we have already talked about. The pipe routes even from single source to single target. Then there are sources. So we have sources which will receive the event from various services, and Event Bridge pipes, it applies optional filters and enrichment to the data and sends it to the target. If a source enforces order to if a source enforces order or sequence to the events sent to the pipes, that order is maintained throughout the entire process to the target. Then filters, though it processes a subset of events based on patterns. A pipe can filter a given source's events and then process only a subset of those events. To configure filtering on a pipe, you define an event pattern the pipe uses to determine which events to send to the target. Then you can have an enrichment phase also, or a stage also, which enhances event data before sending to the target. So with the enrichment step of Event Bridge pipes, you can enhance the data from the source before sending it to the target. For example, you might receive ticket created events that don't include the full ticket data, and using enrichment you can have a Lambda function called the get ticket API for the full ticket details. The pipe can then send that information to a target. And target, which we have already talked about, which are the destinations for filtered and enriched events. After the event data has been filtered and enriched, you can specify the pipe to send it to the specific target. And it could be like Amazon Kinesis Streams or Amazon CloudWatch log group. So this we are talking more about real-time streaming and streaming use cases. So that's why we have Kinesis data streams or Amazon CloudWatch logs. And you can transform the data after it's enhanced before it's sent to the target. Sixth, multiple pipes can send events to the same target. So multiple pipes, each with a different source, can send events to the same target. So you have like something like fan in. So you have multiple pipes all sending to the same target. Seventh, pipes and event buses can work together for multiple targets. So pipes are mostly used for like real-time streaming use cases, and event buses for non-real-time streaming scenarios. So they can work together for multiple targets. So you can also use pipes and event buses together to send events to multiple targets. A common use case is to create a pipe with an event bus as its target. So pipe is created first, and that will have event bus as a target. The pipe sends event to the event bus, which then sends those events onto multiple targets according to the rules you have specified on the event bus. So Amazon Event Bridge global endpoints and event replication. So they are also, this is global endpoints. This feature is available. So you have global endpoints and event replication feature. Global endpoints for event ingestion. Amazon Event Bridge offers global endpoints that allow applications to send events to a single endpoint, making it easier to ingest events from anywhere in the world because of global endpoint. So it's not that just it has to be in the VPC or private connection. Second, automatic event replication across regions. Event Bridge automatically replicates event across multiple AWS regions, ensuring high availability and fault tolerance in case of regional outages. Third, delivers events to the closest region. The service intelligently routes event to the closest available region, minimizing latency and improving application performance. Fourth, secure event routing and processing. Event Bridge provides secure event routing and processing, ensuring that events are delivered to the intended targets while maintaining data confidentiality and integrity. Configurable event bus policies. Users can configure event bus policies to control access and permissions for event sources and targets, enabling fine-grained security and compliance. Sixth, scales to handle millions of events per second. Event Bridge is designed to scale seamlessly, capable of handling millions of events per second without requiring manual provisioning or management. Then seventh, enables building region fault tolerant applications. So by leveraging Event Bridge global endpoints and event replication, developers can build applications that are resilient to regional outages, ensuring high availability and reliability. Okay, last is Event Bridge schemas. So first, define structure and format of events. Event Bridge schemas allows you to define the structure and format of events, ensuring that event publishers and consumers have a clear understanding of the expected data. So both publishers and consumers will check the schema and they will know what to send and what to consume. So this will help in greatly following a standardized way to publish and consume data. Okay, it is based on JSON schema draft 4 specification. So schemas in Event Bridge follows the JSON schema draft 4 specification, which provides a standard and widely supported format for defining event structures. Third, schema registry for central management. Event Bridge includes a schema registry that serves as a central location to manage and store event schemas, making it easy to discover and reuse schemas across your organization. Fourth, versioning support for schema evolution. Schemas in Event Bridge support versioning, allowing you to evolve schema over time while maintaining backward compatibility with existing event publishers and consumers. Fifth, generate code bindings for multiple languages. Event Bridge can automatically generate code bindings for your schemas in multiple programming languages such as Java, Python, TypeScript, thus simplifying event-driven application development. Sixth, IAM policies for schema access control. You can use AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM, policies to control access to schemas in the Event Bridge schema registry, ensuring that only authorized users and applications can view or modify schemas. Then seventh, simplify development and improve data quality. By leveraging Event Bridge schemas, you can simplify the development of event-driven applications, reduce errors caused by inconsistent event structures, and improve overall data quality in your event-driven architectures. And that's all. Thanks for watching.